Please.
Throughout all human history, what percentage would you say of military casualties, if you had to break it up between the genders? What is the percentage breakdown of military casualties?
Well, obviously,
so deaths and injuries.
Obviously, a significantly more amount of men.
99.99999%.
But that's also because in the past, women have not been allowed to fight in the military.
That is a privilege.
Do you think if women had been allowed to join the military, they would be signing up in droves to get put through the meat grinder of war? Ukraine, right now, people are getting forced to fight in this war. Men weren't allowed to leave the country in Ukraine. You realize this. Women were allowed to leave the country. Men were not allowed to leave the country in Ukraine because they were forced to go to the front lines, right into the meat grinder of war. They were forced to die. This is not something that's happened to women throughout human history.
That they were non-binary when they were about 4.
That's typically how the bullshit goes. You feel me?
They had been exploring gender before that, trying on different pronouns, experimenting with different names. But they picked they, them pronouns and chose the name Hazel when they were 4
Ari,
years old.
with the greatest of respect, I have a 7-year-old daughter, right? When she was 4 years old, her main decision of the day was whether to watch Peppa Pig or Frozen. She had not a clue what about gender identity or non-binary or any of this stuff. And I put it to you that this wasn't Hazel's idea, was it? This was your idea. You decided that Hazel had gender issues that she needed to address, and you persuaded your daughter that she was no longer to be a girl, didn't you?
Come on, let's cut the crap. No 4-year-old knows what gender identity is. I still haven't figured it out as a 35-year-old.
Does height matter in a guy?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm gonna judge based on something you guys can't change. So we're gonna measure your waist.
What?
35 inches. We're gonna let the comments decide, actually.
Better be very careful. Oh no.
In today's world, where wokeness is everywhere, many have lost sight of traditional gender roles and what it means to be masculine or feminine. In this video, we'll take a look at moments when men stood their ground against the woke culture.
About the people that regret their transition, that wish they could go back and not do it when they were 14. Does that trouble you?
I mean, not really. I mean, a lot of people regret different things.
But then shouldn't they just wait till, I don't know, they're 18 or 19 to chop their parts off, not when they're 14?
A lot of the numbers of the people you are talking about did wait to that age. Again, you're picking like...
Well, that makes it even worse.
Yeah?
That makes it shouldn't be illegal until you're like 25.
Why is that? Well, do you believe the state should be involved in a Medicare practice?
Do I think the state should protect children? Yes.
No.
What?
They're not talking about children at that point. You're talking about...
Well, no, hold on. The focus is children. Do I think the state has a responsibility to protect 14-year-olds against companies that stand to make billions of dollars chopping kids' parts off?
A lot of this...
Yeah. Can we at least say, wait till you're 18?
I disagree. I believe that in instances where not getting that surgery could lead to suicide...
Okay. So let's ask, this is a provocative question. Do you think they might have other mental health issues besides gender dysphoria?
Oh yeah, a lot of people.
Okay, why don't we address those first?
Makeup is the most accepted lie in society.
So reshaping your body and like working out and giving yourself tone muscles, that's also changing your appearance.
Conflating exercising and getting fit to makeup, something that can be put on and removed.
Couldn't you compare your beard to makeup since it hides your jawline?
That's so true. Yeah, that is true.
So you're comparing a beard to makeup?
Not directly. I'm not saying they're the same thing. I'm just saying you probably having that beard makes you a little bit more flattering looking in the same way that makeup might make a woman look more flattering.
I sort of see what you're saying. Certainly some men, the beard can help shape the jawline a bit. You know, you said that men lie about their height on dating apps. And I said, well, I think women lie more, and that's through makeup and through filter.
If her point is that women weren't allowed to join the military, then why is it that 99% of the military is still made up of men, even though women are now allowed to serve?
Okay, so we came here to party. Where's the party?
No, you didn't, Alex.
We want to party. We're here to party. We want to party.
You're getting old for this.
Yeah, I'm old enough.
Stop kicking us out.
Yeah, stop with so much hate. Spread love here. Nobody wants to talk. Nobody wants to hang out. I thought people would be more inclusive. They're being very exclusive so far, but it's okay. Over time, we'll wear them out. People will relax over time. You guys can talk to us. We're just trying to be friends.
I don't want to be on camera.
He's not trying to be.
Oh my God! I swear, I'm dude. What do you mean?
I just don't want to be on camera.
I'm literally in trance.
You don't have a problem.
Yeah, I mean,
don't want to be on camera.
I get it. Seriously, we're just trying to bring awareness. Do you not like my outfit? I look okay. Are you trying to mock the trans people? No, I am part of this. I'm gender fluid. I'm trans myself, so I can work. What are you talking about? See, why do they get to decide who's trans and who isn't? That's these people.
We know you, Alex.
What? And I'm also Alexandria. I wear this outfit a lot. Okay.
I bet your mom would have loved this.
Oh my God! See, isn't that funny? They're making fun of my mom. That's really nice.
From the virus, right?
No, I didn't say the virus. These people are making fun of people's moms. Wow, these are really good people. Yeah, but that's the thing is, I never said it was a virus. But what is sad is these are the people inclusive. They make fun of people's mom. It'll be on the internet. That's awesome. I know she would have. My mom was my biggest fan. I know, but see, at least yeah, but I was close with my mom. Yeah.
Yeah, and your dad's pretty much dead to you.
Yeah. Are you close with your parents? You are close. It doesn't sound like it. I doubt it. I doubt it. But it doesn't matter. My mom is. We know that. She's not come back to life. I'm happy you're happy about it because I'm inclusive. See, I'm happy that other people are happy. No, you think that. I'm actually happy that she's happy. So I'm happy my mom to make her happy. There you go, guys. See, that's being inclusive. These are the people we deal with. These are the people that say they're nice. They make fun of people's moms.
Person, maybe I would treat you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Could you clarify what you mean by 35 too much? Are you referring to age, a number of something, or a specific situation? I'll be happy to provide a more helpful response once I understand better.
I ain't mattering a guy.
I like taller guys.
Men can't change that.
Okay, well,
You can change how much makeup you wear.
I can take off my makeup and still be pretty, so. Preach. Well, that sucks my Uber shoe.
Loves you. Why are you so mad at Jesus?
I fucking hate Jesus.
Why do you hate Jesus?
He does not real.
He's not real?
No, he's not real.
Why is he not real?
Because he's a fictional character.
He's a fictional?
You made them up in his head.
The Bible is the most proven history book.
Psychotic.
Is the most proven history book that's ever been. There are so many different recordings throughout history. I can tell you this, but you don't care to hear it. Jesus is real, and he loves you. And if you'll turn away from your sins, you'll call upon him as your Lord. He'll wash you and he'll cleanse you. I think you're mad at him for some reason. You think he took someone from you, but he didn't.
Friend who has a trans kid, he's explained that my child from a very young age consistently said, I am a girl, and has never contradicted themselves, never changed their mind. And so the humane thing and the thing that he felt was good to do as a parent was to embrace that choice on his child's part. I shouldn't even phrase it as a choice, embrace that identity.
But it is a choice. If you're choosing to add hormones to a child's body, that's a choice. If they think that they're a girl, why do you have to give them hormones to make them more of a girl?
Because I'm sorry, can you expand on the question?
It's a simple question. If the child thinks it's a girl, let it be a girl. Why are you adding hormones? If you're shooting hormones into a child and you're affecting the child's development, you're saying that's not a choice. That's nonsense. Of course it's a choice. You're choosing to chemically change this child's body.
It's understandable to have concerns about young people making major decisions about their gender identity. However, it's important to recognize that gender identity is deeply personal, and many experts, including doctors and mental health professionals, emphasize that a supportive environment and professional guidance are key for young people exploring their gender. Puberty is an important factor, but every person's journey and experience are different. There are also systems in place to ensure that any decision made at a young age is informed, carefully considered, and done with the right support.
Men do not menstruate. Only women menstruate. Now, you can call yourself whatever you want.
Cis men don't menstruate, but trans men do menstruate.
No,
Same
they
as
don't.
non-binary people.
Only women.
Menstruating is not exclusive
Yes,
to
it
cis
is.
women. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
So explain to me as to why my body
if
menstruated at
If
some
your
point
chromosomes are XX and you're young, you menstruate. If you're XY, you don't.
Correct, but what about trans men and non-binary?
They're
We're
not
excluding
men.
a whole group of people
They're women
that
dressed
menstruate.
as men.
Well, what's a man to you? You define a man for me.
You have chromosomes that are X and Y. That's what a man is.
So why are we just looking at the science of this as an example when we've learned sex and gender identity are they're completely different things?
That's typically how the bullshit goes. You feel me?
They're not completely different.
They are completely different.
Completely different words.
Sex is what you're born with, the sexual reproductive organs you have. Gender is what you identify with. They're completely
Well, I don't
different
accept that
things.
distinction. You have to argue for it. You're just giving a conclusion. You're just
during a debate.
How would you define a woman? Because you've asked other
people up here to define how we would define a woman. How would you define a woman, Mr. Walsh?
An adult human female. Male, correct?
I said I'm transgender. I might be intersex for all we know. Almost as many people in the world are transgender as intersex, and a lot of people don't know.
Well, but that's a different conversation. Intersex, that's a genetic anomaly, that's a medical condition. So that's a completely different conversation. That's also not a third gender. That's just it's a genetic anomaly that occurs within the sex binary of male and female. So what you're saying is that a quote unquote trans woman is a female.
By the definitions I'm familiar with, yes.
So how would you define female?
Through my training in healthcare, there are several different categories for how we define sex. People bring up chromosomes. People also bring up hormone levels. People bring up all sorts of other categories. Lots of people don't fit neatly into a gender binary, even people we don't consider to be intersex. It's a complicated spectrum.
It's not complicated, but you also didn't define. So what is a woman? What is a female? What do these words mean?
It's complicated, and I know you're not going to like that answer, but that's because there are no simple answers in human biology.
Let me ask you a question.
You guys,
hang
on. Just let me finish. You guys like to bring up high school level biology classes a lot. I get that a lot, but people who go on to more complicated biology classes will talk about sex as a spectrum.
It's not. It's not.
Well, biological researchers would disagree with you.
Well, then they're full of the ones that would say that. Okay, if you're responding to a health emergency. Biological male, somebody with a penis is having a medical emergency, and they say to you, I think I'm having a miscarriage. Would you check them to see if they're having a miscarriage? Would you consider that a possibility for them?
Look. No, but that's because some people don't have body parts. Doesn't mean they're not a woman.
Okay. Sounds like we've established there are some people who, in principle, can get pregnant, and there are some people who can't. So there's two categories, otherwise known as binary.
Lots of women can't get pregnant either.
Yeah, but they're still of the nature to get pregnant. The only reason
they can't get pregnant.
Yes, but
truth matters, right?
It does. That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
Truth matters, and they can't get pregnant. That's the truth. So how are they still women?
Because they are for the same reason that I can rightly say that human beings have two legs, and if a person is born with only one leg, that doesn't call into question the statement that human beings have two legs. Okay. A person being born with one leg doesn't mean that now legs are on a spectrum, and we can't say anything at all about how many legs a person has. Who knows? They could be a centipede. You know, they could have 100 legs. No, we know human beings have two legs. If a human is born without two legs, something went wrong. They were supposed to have that second leg. Something went wrong. If you meet a person on the street who only has one leg, maybe they had an accident. Maybe they were in war. Maybe they were in a car accident. Maybe they had cancer. A leg was cut off. But you know that something went wrong because by their nature, they're supposed to have two legs. Same thing for a woman. A woman by her nature can get pregnant. A man by his nature never can. So if you meet a woman of childbearing age, say she's 28 years old, and she can't get pregnant, you know automatically that something has gone wrong. And she can go to the doctor and find out what that thing is, even if they can't fix it. So that proves that women by their nature can get pregnant, because the simple fact that she can't shows you that there's something wrong. This is what is known as the exception that proves the rule. Whereas if a male with a penis can't get pregnant, no doctor on earth is going to run tests to see what's wrong with him. Because they already know it's that he's a male, and there's only male and female, those who can get pregnant and those who can't. So,
a beard is a natural feature that typically grows with age and is often associated with being a man, but makeup is different because it's something people choose to use to enhance their appearance, regardless of gender. Comparing makeup to long nails isn't quite the same thing. As long as someone is being authentic to themselves and not deceiving others, there's nothing wrong with either. It's all about personal choice and how individuals express themselves.
In between.
Now, I know there are guys out there thinking,
International Women's Day? Why don't we have an International Men's Day? God bless you, Twitter. Well, you're in luck, because you do. It's actually on November 19th. But you wouldn't know that because you're too busy celebrating it every other day of the year.
Why do I do this to myself? Why do I do this? I'm just doubting my own.
Buzzwords. Okay. What is toxic masculinity?
You should know that. You should know that.
Yes, I'm asking you. How do you define toxic masculinity?
There is that kind of perception where I guess men can't like show emotion or stuff like that. I feel like, or they just get so mad, or like their emotions are so high where they end up showing it in anger. I feel like that happens a lot, and I've seen that firsthand.
Okay.
Mother.
No.
And play the role of a
men,
mother.
Father.
Piers, would you...
Women, mother. That's because the titles are male and female titles.
Okay, to mother and to father are not gender specific.
They are gender specific.
No, they're not.
Why are we pretending otherwise?
Skills
of course
to
they're
mother and to
specific.
father can be acquired.
Are you a woman?
I am a woman, but I'm also capable of the skills it takes to father a child. Similarly, you are a man and you are capable of the skills to mother a child.
Mothers are women. I hate to break it to you.
Okay,
I know we're not allowed to say this anymore, but it's an insult to every damn